Good morning, ladies. Happy first day of summer. Speaking of summer, I thought that I should record a video. I've had lots of thoughts lately about how summer is going for me personally, how I see it going for the challenge group in general, and I'm a work in progress. This challenge group is a work in progress. But I just wanted to share how I'm kind of thinking about things, how I'm approaching things personally, and maybe give you some suggestions or at least start a discussion about what's working for you, what's not, what you're struggling with, that kind of thing. So a couple of housekeeping rules first. So this is our last week of this round. Hopefully you know by now that next Monday we're going to start using the My Challenge Tracker app. The way it works is you will need to let me know that you want to keep going. And I've put up an event invitation on Facebook. So if you could just respond yes to that, I will then get you added. And what will happen is you'll get an email with a code. You'll need to download the app. If you go ahead and you can go ahead and download the app now, but it's going to ask you for a code. There's no way to get in without a code from your coach. So what will happen is I will probably send out, I'm still working on it. So I'm going to send out a message probably towards the end of the week, and then you'll get added, you'll get that email with the code. You can go ahead and get into the group and all that kind of stuff, but we'll start in there on Monday. Y'all are my guinea pigs. I'm really excited to use this. I think it's going to make things a lot easier. You can track all of your activity, and I think that's going to help. I have to admit, I don't track my exercise. I mean, I come post my daily accountability, but I don't keep up with like any kind of statistics or any, like when I do a round, I don't look back and say, oh, I worked out 19 of 21 days or 20 of 21 days or whatever the case may be. But this app will track all of that for us, and I think that's going to be really good. Now, there are, I'm still learning, but I think there are, what do you call it? There are options so that you can choose to share things with me or not. I would love it if you would share things with me so I can see that you're exercising and see that you're drinking Shakeology and all that kind of stuff. But if you just want to use it for yourself, you can do that too. But again, I think there are settings so that you can share with me, share with the public, or not the public, but share with our group and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, we'll find out about more of that next week. And again, I'm not going to add you unless you have responded to the invitation or sent me a private message with your email. That's the only way I'm going to know to add you. So typically what happens on day 22, I usually talk about this week too. Typically what happens is we just roll on over to the next group. I never take anybody out of this Facebook group. I'm going to leave this page open so you can always look back and see recipes or see any posts or see anything you need to. However, I am trying to move over everything, like all the recipes, all of the information to this app. It may not be there starting on Monday, but it'll eventually be there. So typically that's what happens. Many people do more than one round. I will tell you, for me personally, I did not lose all the weight that I wanted to lose. I did not get my cravings under control. I did not really feel in shape until probably my second or third round. I think I'd lost all the weight I wanted to lose by the second round. And then, it's kind of a gradual process. By the third round, my cravings were really non-existent. I remember it hit me like I had PMS, and instead of craving like brownies, I was craving just a little spoonful of peanut butter, which was huge for me. So anyway, most people stick with it, and especially if you've had a really crappy round this round, I encourage you to stick with it and keep trying. Try out the app, see if that helps you, see if that makes a difference. And another thing coming up that I'm going to be doing, and I would love for some of y'all to join me. Some of y'all are already doing a 21-day fix extreme, but you probably saw, I think I posted this in the group, Beachbody is going to do, you see the infomercials on TV, and every time I see one of the infomercials, I watch them and I get completely hooked in, and it makes me want to do whatever program, and it's always 21-day exercise. But anyway, they don't have an infomercial on 21-day fix extreme. So what they're going to do is let people do their challenges and post pictures and videos and comments or whatever, and they're going to actually build an infomercial from all of that. So I am already, it's a Facebook group, and they're going to start posting like instructions. You have until, I think it's July 6th or so, to post your before pictures, and so they're going to, you know, do things through that group. And Autumn actually is in the group and is posting, and so it's really a lot of fun. I will tell you, out of all the programs I've done, now I'm in the middle of PIO right now, so I can't speak for that, but out of all the programs I've done, I have seen the best results with 21 Day Fix Extreme. Now, it is more of an intermediate or advanced program. However, if you have been doing 21 Day Fix for 2 to 3 rounds, you absolutely can move up to this. It's challenging, it's hard, but it's good, and you will see really crazy results. So if anybody wants to join me with that, I would love for you to, especially if you're already doing it and you want to be added to that group. Just ask me, and I'll get you the link so you can get added and do your before pictures and all that kind of stuff. What else do I want to tell you? So there's that. I'm going to be sending most of you messages, if I haven't already, messages this week about what happens with your next order of Shakeology and your subscription to Beachbody On Demand. The way it works is, same day every month, you'll get a shipment. The Beachbody On Demand is quarterly. That's the only way I work out, is with Beachbody On Demand, and I love it. It's great if you travel. It's great if you have kids. You can just take your laptop in the bedroom, wherever. But I will be sending everybody a private message about that. But I do want to go ahead and address it. Sorry, this has ended up being a really long message. I'm already talking for 6 minutes. But I thought it was going to be short and sweet, but I just have so much to tell y'all about this week. I highly encourage you to sign up to be a discount coach. Don't worry, don't let coach scare you. You do no coaching. The majority of the people in this group are discount coaches, and that means they're getting Shakeology for 25% off and anything else they buy for 25% off. So for instance, if you wanted to do the 21 Day Fix Extreme challenge with me, you would get 25% off of that. There are absolutely no strings attached. If you've bought a challenge pack, it's free to upgrade. There is a business fee that they charge you once a month because they don't differentiate between discount coaches and coaches working the business. So there is a $15 fee. But even once you add that in, you're still saving. It depends on where you live, but $20 to $30 a month on Shakeology. It's a no-brainer. I think. You can cancel at any time. Even if you think you're just going to go for another month or so on Shakeology, I would say go ahead, get the discount, and then just cancel it. It's very easy to cancel at any time. So anyway, I'm going to be sending you a private message about all that. If you don't get a private message from me for some reason, just reach out and let me know. Okay, so the real subject of this video, 8 minutes in, is just how summer is going and how I am kind of rethinking everything. First of all, summer's really hard. It's like one giant weekend. And weekends are really, really hard. And so, all of a sudden, even if you don't have kids, summer is just different. Days are longer. There are more temptations. There are more vacations. There's just so much more going on. And I actually read an article this past week called, it was all talking about the summer lull, that it happens like most people's jobs, your career, just all of a sudden people just aren't as productive in the summertime. I'm actually doing a seminar this Thursday about that, so if I find anything, it's mostly for business, but I bet a lot of it's applicable maybe to personal stuff and challenge group and stuff like that. So if there's anything I learn from it, I'll definitely post, but summer, it's just different. So this is the way I am approaching it. Now, granted, I have been doing this now for 10 months, so I do feel like I have the freedom and flexibility to ease up on things. If you are just dying to lose weight, if you are dying to get in shape, if you have goals and things that you're trying to achieve this summer, by all means, do not follow this advice. And actually, in another day, I might post a different video saying something completely different because I'm constantly rethinking this. But this is the way I'm approaching it. I have non-negotiables. My non-negotiable is Shakeology. I'm going to drink Shakeology every single day this summer. That's just the easiest way for me to get vegetables in and get all the nutrients and things that I might be missing if all of a sudden for dinner, we go out to dinner or something like that. Or if I have too much wine, makes me feel a whole lot better. Now, I wish I could say that my non-negotiable is exercise, but I am finding that that's just a little bit harder these days. If you saw my picture, I was going to work out this morning. You saw my picture on my personal page. The den is still covered with toys, and I just was like, screw it. I can't work out. I'm going to wait till the kids are at vacation Bible school, and then I'll work out. So I thought that I would have more time and more flexibility in being able to work out, but it's just a little bit harder. So I have decided I'm easing up. My non-negotiable this summer is Shakeology. I'm going to make sure I'm drinking my shake every single day. My hope is that I work out the majority of the week, so 5 to 6 days out of the week, and then always have a healthy breakfast. And my containers, I'm trying to stay on track with that, but I find in the summer I don't have nearly as much protein. I think because I eat a lot of salads, I eat more of like vegetarian style in the summertime. And so I'm just easing up on that. Again, my non-negotiable right now is Shakeology. So I encourage you to try to just think about things. What's your non-negotiable? Maybe your non-negotiable is working out. Maybe it's your containers and clean eating. Maybe it's Shakeology also. For me, Shakeology was just kind of the no-brainer. It's just the easiest thing to be like, okay, I can have that every day. I can handle that. And so that's how I've decided to attack it. Kind of losing my train of thought. There's something I wanted to talk about. I think that signing up to the 21-Day Fix Extreme infomercial thing, I think that's going to personally help me stay on track. I always like to have like something like that going on, like a goal or, just something. So that helps. Another thing I will encourage you to do that we did during prep week is talking about your goals. But I would go a little deeper and talk about or think about your why, and it needs to be a deep why. I'm not talking about I want to lose 5 pounds or I want to fit in this pair of shorts. I'm talking about like what is going to keep you motivated and sticking with it when you have a bad day or when you have a lot of temptations around or what have you. For me, my why is my back. I don't ever want to get back in the position where I was 4 years ago where I couldn't stand up straight. I was in excruciating pain, so much so that like I was always nauseous. I always had the chills. I smelled different. I mean, I was just putting off. I was a mess. I was an absolute mess. Nerve pain and just that constant pain, it was awful. So my why is that I don't ever want to go back there. I want to be strong. I want to have a strong core. I want to be able to play with my kids. I don't ever want to go back there. I mean, it was a very dark time in my life, and when you're told, when you have 3 small children and you're told by a doctor, okay, you can't lift anything over 10 pounds. You can't bend. You cannot twist. You can't, like everything I was doing 1,000 times a day, that's what he was telling me I shouldn't do anymore. I had a newborn who was, he was born premature, but gained weight quickly, ended up being very healthy after spending time in the NICU and all that. Very quickly was at 10 pounds, and all of a sudden the doctor was like, yeah, you can't lift anything over 10 pounds. It was an awful, awful time. I had to hire a nanny to take care of Hank because I couldn't lift him. She would bring him to me while I was seated in a chair, and then she would take him from me. So that's my why. I don't ever want to feel that weak, that unhealthy, and be in that much pain ever again. So if I take care of my body, both the inside and then like working out and muscles and everything, that's going to keep me where I need to be. So I just encourage you to dig deep. Where this is what we need right now. You need to focus on your why and let it help motivate you and keep you on track. Because again, this summer is so hard. If anybody has any suggestions about how you are attacking it and how you know, some secrets, some tips, whatever that you found that work for you, please share. I get a lot of private messages asking me questions, and I love it. I love that you feel like you can come to me, but this group is all about community and support, and I don't have all the answers. Everybody in this group does, though. Once we all start communicating and asking, you know, questions and throwing out, you know, complaints or comments or struggles, I think it's only going to help. So anyway, I think I've said everything I've wanted to say. I'm sorry this took so long. Again, there's a lot going on this week. You know, last week, I'm going to the app next week. If you have any questions, just let me know. But again, let's just try to stay the course. And if there's anything I can do to help you stay motivated, by all means, please let me know. Y'all motivate me more than you know. This summer has really been a struggle. May was awful for me, so I was kind of thinking, okay, June, the kids are going to be out of school. I'm going to have more freedom, flexibility, blah, blah, blah. And really my eating has been off, and have been exercising. The new program helps. If you've been on 21 Day Fix for a long time, I definitely suggest mixing it up, because that's one thing that I've noticed that, you know, can help get you excited and motivated and get you, you know, reignited, as if you try something new and challenging. So anyway, I love that y'all are doing this with me. If you have any questions, just please let me know, and have a great last week of this challenge. Oops.